Hi, everybody. I'm Bryan Mudd, a fan of South Plains politics. Here's your talking points for this week. With lots of bills waiting for a last-minute vote at the Capitol, are Texas lawmakers still thinking about the social reforms that were so talked about before the session? And sentiments about marijuana appear to be changing, but are lawmakers listening or willing to reduce the penalties for people caught with the drug?
From the studios of KAMC Television in Lubbock, your local election headquarters. This is Talking Points with Bryan Mudd.
Hey, thanks for joining us, everybody. Also this week, proper language. You know, someone said to me it was a good sign Lubbock hasn't already been sued because of the vote to pass the abortion ban. But remember, nothing's even gone into effect yet. It takes a few weeks to get the details done. The legal language in this ordinance is key and how it works with existing federal law. And a lot of pro-life supporters seem to like how it's written. In fact, if you read Senate Bill 8 that was passed by the Texas Senate and the House this past week, it bans most abortions after 6 weeks in Texas, but it also allows for civil lawsuits against abortion providers. And I'm no expert, but a lot of the language in that part of the bill is almost the same as Lubbock's ordinance. So for those of you wondering why state lawmakers didn't just make a law calling for a sanctuary state for the unborn, they may have.
Where the secular world and court system takes it, we don't know yet. But we can't sit on the sideline and say we don't know, so we're not going to try. This may be the spark of something huge. I know this community's better today than it was without it because it's got a unified church effort, not on just this issue, from all the areas that churches should be involved in.
As we talked about last week, churches certainly played a big role. For its part, Planned Parenthood released a statement reading in part, Planned Parenthood of Greater Texas is carefully reviewing the impact of the ordinance and will make decisions soon regarding the availability of abortion services in Lubbock. Do they have a case? That will depend on whether or not attorneys for Planned Parenthood or the American Civil Liberties Union or any one of a number of groups can find a flaw in the legal language to try to exploit. KAMC's Alyssa Taya has talked to two experts to give it a first look.
The results are in. Voters have decided to make Lubbock a sanctuary city for the unborn. So what's next?
We'll have to see.
The city of Lubbock voting down the ordinance in November, saying it would not be able to enforce it.
Aye.
The ordinance itself says so.
Unless Roe versus Wade is overruled.
With public enforcement out of the way, that leaves private enforcement being the driver of the ordinance.
They did not want the city to bring an action because that essentially is a loser automatically.
Constitutional law professor Richard Rosen predicts a few things could happen. The ACLU could step in and try to bring forth a lawsuit, but they might not have standing. A private citizen could also try to sue a provider like Planned Parenthood from conducting an abortion, or a family member could try to sue for damages.
I think it's more likely to see a private citizen bringing a suit to enjoin, say, Planned Parenthood.
What I took away from it is this is a preparatory ordinance.
Attorney Fernando Bustos agrees. A lawsuit is likely to happen immediately.
There will be litigation in federal court almost immediately after this gets passed. I anticipate it.
He speculates Planned Parenthood is already on standby to sue.
But again, people need to understand this type of ordinance would not be effective immediately, even if it passes.
Bustos says because of Roe v. Wade, no one would be able to bring a lawsuit against abortion providers.
Abortion providers can raise a defense that while they were taking their actions, abortion was legal.
Bustos also says a private citizen may not be able to sue because they may not have standing. In other words, they would have to show they've been injured or grieved by the provider's actions. Not only that, but the ordinance also provides a defense. The mother couldn't be sued, nor could someone sue if the abortion was necessary to save a life. And because of Roe v. Wade, the lawsuit could be subject to dismissal.
In my opinion, right away, because of this exception that's right in the statute, right in the ordinance.
Bustos says if someone planned to sue Sunday, he wouldn't recommend it, not unless Roe v. Wade were overturned. Alyssa Taya, KAMC News.
And Alyssa, the Texas House also voting to approve House Bill 1280 that would immediately criminalize abortions in Texas if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade at any point in the future. And the language there also similar to parts of the Lubbock ordinance. So you wonder about how to get bills passed and what do you have to do to get your voice heard. Well, we're going to bring somebody right now who's just been through that whole process. Our friend Reggie Dow with 100 Black Men of West Texas, who's recently come back from doing some work at the Capitol. It's good to see you again.
Good seeing you, brother.
All right, so down lobbying for certain bills here. First, has 100 Black Men done that in the past?
Yes, we have. Usually we do it in D.C. It's called 100 Day on the Hill. But with COVID and everything else that's going on, our Houston chapter decided, hey, why don't we just go to our local state capital and lobby for the same bills we was going to lobby for on a national level, but just take it local. And so the Houston chapter took the lead on this and put everything together. And so last week, almost 2 weeks ago, we went down to Austin, and man, it was an awesome experience. It was great. The lawmakers was very welcoming for us to come in. They were looking forward for us to come in, and so we went down there and discussed several different bills, specifically the George Floyd Act. Specifically that and other acts, other bills as well. So it was great. It really was. It was good. It was good.
Take me through a little bit of the process of how this lobbying for something works. Is it just a phone call? Say, hey, we're going to be in town on X day, and we'd love to meet with you. Is that how this goes? Or? Yeah,
we meet. We had a point person that called all the staff, all the staff members for each legislator that we wanted to talk to, each member that we wanted to talk to, and we let them know what date and time. Well, what date we was going to be there, and then we let them say, hey, I'm available at 3 o'clock, because it just so happened they was in session during the time we was there, the House and the Senate, and so they let us know what time they'll be available, and we broke up into different teams and tried to hit as many lawmakers as possible to have just open dialogue and open conversation about the George Floyd Act.
Sure. Did you get to talk to everyone that you wanted to talk to?
We did. We actually did. We talked to just about everybody we needed to talk to. It was, again, a great conversation. We had a private conversation with Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Governor.
Lieutenant Governor. We had a private conversation with him. In the back, he took us on a little tour and showed us a lot of the Alamo stuff. And so we had a conversation with him and different other lawmakers. But I think it was a great conversation, a great dialogue with those guys.
With everything that's been going on, are your priorities with George Floyd Act and some similar bills still something that's on the mind of a lot of folks, because they're working through a lot of things here toward the end of the session? A lot of it's political, a lot of it's it comes from different directions. Is that still in the forefront of their minds about policing and everything that goes along with all of it?
Yes, it is. Good. It is, because of the dynamic of it, and because of the pressure of trying to get something done. So it's very important for a lot of these lawmakers to get something done. We might not get everything that we want at this time, but at least we're working towards a goal, and everybody might have a difference of opinion on how to present it, but I think that we're all lining up to make sure that something is done, about what's going on with the climate, because the climate it's just tense. You feel it. It's in the air, and so we want to calm that down a little bit, and make sure that responsible people are held accountable for their actions.
Nice. So when you're in a meeting with a senator or a representative or whoever, are we sitting at a table, or do you have a presentation ready for them, or you just want to talk and see where things go? How specific do you want to get as far as details on what you want to get across? Well,
the weeks leading up, we created a one-pager of different topics, different talking points that we want to talk about, different things that we wanted to pinpoint specifically. But we will just meet them. Most of the time, they were already in the office waiting for us to come. And so they'll be in there waiting, and about 2 or 3 of us will go in there, and we'll have our talking points and talk about, hey, what about the chokeholds? What about the immunity? What about, just different things? And they'll give us their opinion, and we'll give back with our opinion, on how, on our thoughts of it. So it's amazing to have conversations with different lawmakers behind closed doors.
Without TV cameras, without outriders in there.
It's a totally different conversation,
Rhetoric a little different.
Rhetoric is a little different, different. But it was a learning experience for me, because that was my first time doing it. So that was a very intriguing learning experience, and I think we got a lot out of it. I really did. And like I said, man, they were practically waiting on us to come in. I mean, I would say they almost rolled out the red carpet for us, because they were waiting and they were excited. We got recognized on the Senate floor. You know, we got recognized on the Senate floor. So it was exciting. It really was.